boy. You like that? You like that? I like that.
That is very offensive.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of TACT Lab, where four friends sit down and talk about anything. I'm Tyler, and like always, I'm surrounded by three beautiful friends. Chris, how are you?
I'm a little down, man. Football's over.
Football's over. How'd the Panthers do?
Well, the first team in NFL history to go 5-12.
They're the first team ever to suck that bad?
Mm-hmm. Well, not that bad. It's just the first team ever to have that record.
Because of the new record things.
That's a random record to be proud of.
We're not.
All right.
No, definitely not. But somehow we're still keeping our coach.
Yeah, at least the coach didn't get fired.
Though the
He should
Dolphins
get fired.
fired a guy that should be our coach.
Yeah, we take Brian Flores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell,
Well,
take Mike Zimmer. Fuck it.
so
And Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Hey.
And hire Vic Fangio as our DC.
so football's over.
Matt Rule's building a culture.
We got a top 6 pick, baby.
Who's going to the Super Bowl?
We always get between 5 and 10.
Yep.
And everyone's like the 6th or 8th pick. This draft sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
we're going to
it's
get
a bad spot.
we're either getting OT or Kyle Pickett or trade down.
Yeah, it's a bad spot, this draft.
So Super Bowl Super Bowl lineups
Starting
done?
next week, starting Saturday.
It's going to be
Yeah.
Green Bay versus Patriots.
If you want, actually, Tyler, if you wanted to watch a game, I recommend you to watch the wild card game on Nickelodeon.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
They're going to teach you football,
Yeah, Nickelodeon casting, they put slime and SpongeBob and shit all in there.
and they'll teach you football.
yeah.
But CG, it's not real.
Yeah, last time Nickelodeon did, they yelled fuck real loud, and somebody got hurt, and every time someone gets hurt, they slime them.
Some guy's laying on the ground holding his ankle.
Why does somebody say fuck?
Because it's football.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you,
the dude
you say
yelled,
fuck when you get hit.
people were mic'd up a little bit too extra, and they let that one slip through the cracks because Nickelodeon. Kids out there editing with that 5-second delay, they don't know what that word
And
is.
that's why you just stick with puppies after the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, the
they
Puppy
don't
Bowl.
sell fuck. They don't say fuck.
The Puppy Bowl.
Yeah, you
Just
just
one
see
dies and go, fuck, it died.
yeah, or you see the puppies raping each other. They're
Hey,
just puppies. They can't rape each other.
People gamble on that too. On the Puppy Bowl,
I bet
they do.
Don't
that.
bet on anything.
I'm halfway deciding if I want to bet on the coin toss for the Super Bowl, heads or tails.
I mean, that's...
It's a 50-50.
That is true. So who's your bookie?
I don't even know the first thing
Is that
about
legal
it.
in this state?
You can do like DraftKings or something. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
If
it's
you do it
legal.
online, it's probably fine.
Regulated.
We should like start a bookie in China Grove.
You could probably go down to
Sweepstakes store.
There's probably one already, and they'll break our legs for saying that.
I know a racketeer.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
There you go.
racketeering.
It's not quite being a mobster, but, you know, it's almost like it.
You know one? You said you know one.
I am them.
Oh,
I'm
you
joking.
you am them. Okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. I don't do that stuff.
I mean, you could open up shop in that empty lot next to you that people keep trying to buy.
I bet you could. Hey, you could find somebody to throw. I bet you could find a bookie a second breath.
Probably not.
Probably that Miller Hotel in China Grove.
The Miller Hotel.
Or not the Miller one. The Miller one is above the Chinese restaurant,
Which
right?
one's the one that's a
The
wall
gray
in the city?
one. Yeah.
I don't even know the name of
The
that.
Judge Dredd Town.
But I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna see if I can find the
The
name.
dystopia fucking...
Dude, I remember I used to go to church inside the Belk building in like the early 90s, and I'd look over there and they'd be like, don't go there.
Don't walk past.
They got
that.
seedy people there.
If you get close to it, you'll get the drugs.
It's like there's a Hep C barrier.
Yeah, it's an invisible.
You
barrier.
cross it.
It's basically
like,
at the bridge.
It's bed bugs, lice, and Hep C, I think.
It's after the school, the
Yeah.
college.
Like people openly spit in your mouth, I think.
You know what? You know, there's downtown Concord.
They don't shake hands, they just spit in your mouth.
There's a college that's like non-existent anymore.
The black one.
Yeah,
It doesn't have a name.
it's like
on
at
Google.
that college and on.
I think you could get a free scholarship there with the white guy.
But really,
They're not accredited.
isn't that crazy? And
Wait,
all
wait. So it's like ITT Tech? Okay.
it's like
They
it's
were
like
doing illegal shit and they lost their credibility, I think.
Like what?
I forgot what they were doing. They were doing something illegal. That's why they closed down for a while.
Can you imagine
What's the
going?
name of that fucking college
Can you
now?
imagine going to that college though? Getting a job and they're like, your degree's
Oh,
useless.
It's all
now.
I know the one you're talking about. It was
right for
the,
the train tracks down there in Concord.
yes.
I used to know it all the time because I used to pass it every day.
Yeah,
as a
and be
kid.
like, look at that fake ass college.
Yeah, it's a real college, but
It's a bullshit one. I know. I can't think of the name of it now though.
if you go there now, I don't think you get real credits anymore.
Is it Barber Scotia?
Yes.
Yes.
Barbara Scotia. It's a cool name. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Nova Scotia.
Is there any all white? Is there any all white schools in?
Dude.
Yeah, there's all white schools, Tyler.
Them
Definitely.
Ivy League ones before 1980.
They won't classify them as all
Yeah,
white.
it says it on the Wikipedia page. Privately unaccredited.
It does say privately. That's a sad thing. It's a private college.
Unaccredited.
It's unaccredited. Yeah, you can't get credits, right?
This thing was founded in 1867 by the Presbyterian Church.
What scholarship? What fucking
It's probably-
program do they follow if they're
find out.
unaccredited?
How to be a gangster.
It's probably like ECPI.
It was the first historically black female college.
Yeah.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte's go to Charlotte
Yeah,
or Concord.
That's Concord.
Sorry.
it's way to be
Kind of
woke.
like people say Charlotte. People want to say Charlotte Motor Speedway on TV and it says Charlotte, North Carolina. It's like
Concord.
it's clearly fucking in Concord. It's Cabarrus County, homie.
Yeah.
It's Concord.
Learn geography.
If you
Anyway,
want to be woke, you got to open up an all-black college.
I think it failed.
well, they've been around for a while.
Oh,
There's
it was,
multiples around too.
It was
Like Winston-Salem
renamed the
State.
Scotia Women's College in
There's
1916.
even one in Salisbury.
Livingston.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. They
trying
should
to
open
find
up a
out why-
college all white.
What's not?
Why can't you?
The optics,
Because
man.
of the
Why is the other way okay?
the diversity acts and stuff like that. It's actually illegal.
I mean,
Because they weren't allowed to go to the schools of white people. So they had to start their own.
They can't now.
Yeah, they can now, but there's like a pride thing with the, what they call it, HBS.
Look, if I was a black guy,
Historically
and
black
if
schools.
I was a black person, and they're like, "Look, you want to go to this school for free," and I'd be like, "Sure."
All black colleges are free for black people.
A bunch of them are. Yeah,
that
there's
how
like
that
a-
works?
There's like a and
But they do let white people in because that's
It's
diversity.
very rare.
what is it? The National College.
You can go to Jackson State, right?
Jackson State.
Where Deion Sanders is coach. He's
Ah.
stealing all the fucking recruits.
It doesn't say why they got rid of it.
What?
That little cinder block hotel.
But
had their name
FDR's
also.
advisor went to that college, so
Huh.
Very woke.
Okay.
Very woke.
Anyway,
yep. And that's
How-
us, some black colleges.
I don't know anything about any
bunch
of
of
that.
4 white guys talking about HBS.
I think
I don't know anything
personally,
about
if
this.
one was offering me a scholarship, I'd rather go to Livingston.
I applied for Winston-Salem State, not realizing it was a black college.
Did you get accepted?
I never applied. Once I got the pamphlet, took it home, my dad was like, "You realize this is a whole black college?"
You should have done it just to do it.
They could have,
He's like, "They would take you anyway just because it's white."
yeah, you should have did it, and they would
Yeah.
have given you full
Like, because
scholarship.
they would have to because of diversity.
But I would go to Livingston. They got a freaking esports team.
They do.
Yes, they do.
Whoa. Are they any good?
It looks legit.
I mean,
They've come a long way.
That's the future, baby. Mm-hmm. Esport football teams
yeah, that'll be
can't be
it.
called Madden anymore.
They'll probably take his name off since he's dead.
I don't think the NCAA will like that because top players can come from low schools. Like UNC Chapel Hill's not going to get the best esports team.
Yes, gatekeeped.
Can you imagine if you were like a top esport player, football, like Madden football
I
player,
would love to be that.
just sweating
You're
that
making-
fucking football
Oh, can
game?
You
Imagine-
make just as, I mean,
Can you imagine Alex being the top esport guy? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you make a ton of money if you win.
they wouldn't watch the
Like,
watch
you
me
make
play.
millions.
They would watch you rage.
or watch me get mad. As soon as I lose by a point, I just quit the match.
You're the guy that's got the dummy standing up beside of you. You got to like elbow it and fucking like.
The first round you die, you just turn it
I
off.
turn it off.
You're like Snoop Dogg and you just walk away,
Fuck
but you leave your
yes.
stream up for 8
There's
hours.
so many games where I start, I get killed first. I'm
No.
like, I'm not doing this.
I had a you moment the other night, so I get it.
It's stupid.
No, I went and it's like, all right, get 7,000 points in SWAT. I
Yeah.
went in
Pop, pop.
and
Nope.
walked out, died, spawned, died, and I'm like, well,
I'm done.
It's not a good start.
No, that ruins the whole rest of the game.
Yeah. Well, how are you, Thomas?
I'm
shit,
I'm
my
good.
bad.
I'm good. Just enjoying the cold weather.
Are you?
Yeah, I like the cold weather.
back.
I like the cold weather.
I'm glad that it's back.
Look at that snap of hot.
I enjoy the cold better than the hot.
Dude, I was sweating on Christmas, and that's just not good.
Yeah.
You'd rather be cold on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the warmth, but
And
it's
2
weird.
days later, it snowed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome to North Carolina.
Welcome to the future, baby.
Hashtag global warming.
It's
a
not.
believer over here.
I'm
Flatter.
just saying.
Carbon
if it's,
monoxide is
He's
real.
surrounded by them floaters. I
It
think.
doesn't matter.
What's your carbon footprint, Chris? What are you doing to reduce it?
What is it? Reduce, reuse.
No, that's the 90s, bro. What are you
Oh.
doing what are you doing now?
Well,
Climate crisis. What have you done?
Yeah.
How much fuel they burn them helicopters to fix them windmills?
Yeah.
What's your Duke energy bill per month?
Do you even
turbines.
know what Biden recommends?
Do you have solar panels? You got all them little whirligigs. Are they generating power?
Nuclear power is green now.
Do you have an electric car?
yeah, I have an electric
Nuclear
car.
power is green.
Yeah,
I think
it's
the stuff
green.
that comes out is green.
Nuclear power is green energy.
Well, they say because it releases hydrogen.
Yeah.
And that's like,
It's safer now than it was.
I think
Yeah.
actually buying an electric car would be more harmful to the environment than me continue driving what I have now.
Can't tell that to Biden. Fuckers, we're all
can't
gonna.
tell anything
we
to
can take a
Biden.
one-way trip to Kazakhstan and take over that pipeline.
Well, it's useless. Is it a pipeline for lithium?
Oil.
2032, we're all going to be in fucking electric cars,
we
baby.
control the whole goddamn oil
That's
line in
just
China.
not true.
That is not true.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, but like,
That's what my dad says.
He's trying to pass laws and stuff to push towards that, but you know, if another administration comes in, they're just gonna be like, nah, fuck this shit.
My dad's like,
So I mean, it's gonna,
fuck electric cars. They're fucking going to ruin this world.
what?
Come and take it.
What happens when the batteries go bad? What do you do with the battery?
You throw them in the ocean for the fish.
There's gonna be no more.
That's how you make more eels,
Yeah,
right?
but
They seriously put them in like the lake.
put them in Lake Norman.
Yeah,
You
they
do. You put them in Lake Norman for
And
some
then you're
reason.
going to have a swath of 8-year-old girls just sinking, dying. And there's like, what happened?
You're supposed to recycle
and then
them
that
because
race
they
car
can reuse
driver,
the
we,
lithium.
which one was
Dale Jarrett, I think.
it? And Dale Jarrett's like, that's it.
There's like a stockpile.
I've shocked
It's,
more. I've shocked more people on Lake Norman.
They found 3,000
That's it.
interstate batteries.
That's
I don't
it.
know why do they put them in water? Is it like baking soda? Does it like cancel them out?
Well, if you
What do you mean?
didn't,
Why do they put batteries in the water?
I think
if you
people just
didn't-
dump 'em.
If you didn't have batteries shocking people on Lake Norman, that more people would swim.
Am I just retarded and think they put batteries in Lake Norman? Because I swear that's what they do with
People
them.
just dump their old batteries in the water
I-
instead of disposing of them.
I would assume that there's a lot of batteries in Lake Norman because people are on boats and they say, I got to get a new battery because it's been sitting all winter and now it's dead. So they buy a new one and take the old one and they're just like,
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this
They
battery.
just throw it in the water right next to them. They're just like, well, fuck it.
You can take the gut, you can gut it out, make it a ammo crate.
Plastic ammo crate. So Biden, my dad's like against pretty much anything he hears about Biden. So he thinks that 2032 we're all going to be driving electric cars. He's like,
Why is electric car though? Like,
Why
dang
2032?
my father-in-law's the same way. He's like very pro Biden. So he's like, we all need an electric car.
By 2032, we need it. And it's
Yeah.
like, we're all going to be doing it by 2032.
the ice will not divide us.
It won't melt if we have electric cars.
Internal combustion engines.
It's bad.
But how much fuel are you going to burn to fuel the charging stations for your battery?
Put little solar panels on them.
That's not the same type of fossil fuel, Alex.
What other fossil fuel? It's all fossil fuels.
Is it?
Natural gas?
No.
Coal?
No.
Petro?
Nuclear.
Oh, you
Just
mean
make a nuclear car.
fusion, like nuclear
That's
fusion.
what I've heard that they're like trying.
They're not
They're-
trying.
Just whatever's on an
I've-
aircraft carrier, just cut it down to 1/16 of its size.
Yep.
And stick it in a truck.
It'll
See
be
what
a
happens.
$10 million
Dude.
car.
They are not going to put little nukes inside of all these cars. People would be ripping those things apart to try to make
Well,
a fucking
the-
bomb.
Or
The
they just go to
reactor on a
France and
aircraft
drive it into
carrier
a
is not
crowd and blow up.
explosive.
It's not explosive on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah. It won't
Dude's
blow-
going to
won't
get
blow
it,
up.
and he's going to be like, with his tweezers,
you
trying
think-
to split an atom.
Talking about like that, you think they're gonna you think they're gonna reverse engineer their $10 million nuclear powered car?
Iron Man built a suit of armor in a cave with a screwdriver.
I ain't seen no one in suit of armor yet.
He had flamethrowers with no flamethrower attached.
Why do that?
Yeah.
Just put a. But you would just put a pressure cooker bomb like by your gas.
That's more
tank and
dangerous.
Drive it to a crowd.
Yeah, the car is actually more dangerous. You
don't-
could pressure cook. You could turn your gas tank into a pressure
Yeah.
cooker.
I'm with
Just
uh,
pressure cook
I
a
think
crowd
I'm-
of people.
I think
Yeah.
I'm with AOC on that one. We're not going to give people pressure cooker cars.
Well, just go and fucking rent. Any car can drive into. We've seen it numerous
Yeah,
times.
any car can just crash.
Any car can crash into a crowd of cheerleaders that are marching down the road.
Yeah.
So you mean we're not going to get two cars in a pressure cooker? A car in every pressure cooker.
That was supposed to be my 2024 campaign rally.
I thought it was supposed to be a helicopter by this point.
Did she watch This Is Us and got mad at pressure cookers?
I've yet to watch that.
That was a crock pot. Alex.
The same goddamn thing.
No way.
They are the same thing. One cooks fast and one cooks slow. So
Now-
You close the lid on one tighter.
yeah,
if you put 100 rubber bands around a crock pot lid
you just close.
Yeah.
and you turn it on high,
It's still going to do the same fucking
it'll
thing.
blow
No, it's
up.
not.
It'll blow up.
If you duct tape a fucking lid to a crock pot and close off all the valves, you'll pressure cook something.
Chris, have you ever thrown
It will-
a paint?
If you conceal it, it will make
Conceal
pressure.
it.
Yeah. No, not conceal it. If you
Especially
conceal
if you
it.
put
Seal
screws-
it and-
Especially if you put screws and bolts in it and you put a cooker
Yeah.
cover on it.
That's gonna make me wonder now. What if you did take a crock pot and put stuff in it, and then put Flex Seal around the top
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
it?
that's what
Dude, you made a
could-
bomb.
You'd probably blow up the crock pot.
It
Shattered
would-
glass.
the glass.
It
will
would.
break.
It probably would pressurize itself.
The
Yeah,
glass will
It's actually
break.
ceramic.
Yeah.
You just congratulations, you made a bottle bomb.
Yeah.
The pressure
Fuck-
cooker-
I'm kind of tempted to.
The pressure cooker's metal.
No
and
more
for some
than that.
reason have these handles that come up and you lock them down with butterfly nuts
Yeah.
and it's like
My
it's
pressure cooker doesn't.
fucking
it's scary
crazy
sometimes.
looking.
My pressure cooker doesn't have all that.
Tyler's
Mine you
talking
just
about
go.
like a Boston bombing
Yeah.
situation over here.
Like mine's not even that
Mine has
sealed.
a lid that turns and has a pressure valve.
I'm a bit more rudimentary with my bombings. I have to build a small. I have to build a small campfire
I gotta
around a
make a
group
bomb
of people, and then I have to chuck an unopened
you
paint can
Unabomber?
into it. I have to chuck an unopened paint can into it, and then it sits for about 5 minutes, and then it explodes.
Well, see, I like to make a list first,
There you go.
and then no, I'll put a bunch of old computer parts into a fire once. They pop off about 10 minutes later.
You
Yeah,
know what,
one time I
Pops?
threw a CD player into a fire and a capacitor blew up and I got a scar here from it.
Imagine the CDs just shooting out like fucking.
Not CDs.
Oh, like fucking Gambit throwing CDs.
Yeah, I just threw a
I've energized some discs.
I threw a CD player in the fire, and the fire's just like da 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 da. Now I got a scar.
I am one of them.
You chuck some bamboo on a fire, and it sounds like a handgun going off.
Nice.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, we watched Wolverine Origins over the weekend, me and my kids, because they had never seen it, and the only version I had seen was the pre-edited
You
version.
finally watched
I
it.
finally got to watch it, and
It's still
Gambit came out
bad.
and was like, and when he's slashing the steps as the fire escape as it's
It's
coming
still
down
bad.
on
The
him,
CG's bad.
It is that movie is there CIA and this movie's so bad. It's Weapon X. Like they ruined Deadpool.
Yeah.
Everything about the movie's ruined and fucked.
oh, that's when they created Dead. Well,
I'm glad
Deadpool
you
with the-
finally got to see it.
he wasn't Deadpool now when he was.
There's a lot of extra scenes that I hadn't seen before at the
forgot what his name
beginning. There's a lot of stuff at the beginning that I'd never seen
He had,
before,
like-
like
he had,
them
like,
going like back in
stubby-
time and stuff.
his hands were going. He had knives coming out of his
Coming out his
stubs, didn't he?
head. Yeah.
But it
came out
makes
his
me
hand.
wonder. They have that one's called Wolverine Origins. Then you have the Wolverine,
Yeah,
where it's him before that.
which is a great movie.
It's better.
Is that the one where he meets
The one where he goes in
Professor X?
Japan,
He's in Japan as
Yeah.
like a. He's
but
like
that's before the medal.
there's like a big
Wait,
samurai
no.
robot at
Isn't
the
that
end.
movie like a flashback and not?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because
World War II.
That guy's like, Wolverine, give me your adamantium so I can live longer.
you don't want
Yeah.
to. I do.
Yeah, because he chopped off his adamantium on his claws. That's why his bones came out.
Yeah, he just magically has those resting inside of him. I always thought that
Where
was
they
He
heal.
weird.
grew, he grew him back.
They heal.
He grew. He
He
grew.
heals. Yeah.
The whole Wolverine
See,
series
yeah,
fucks me.
Yeah, but he-
Wolverine by himself is supposed to be just him with just bone.
Yeah, he's
claws.
just like
Yeah.
an
And then-
immortal man of bone claws.
And then they put the adamantium on him to cover him up. But if
Yeah.
you chop off the claws, his bone will still heal and grow again.
Yeah, because the metal
but he
is
had-
on the bones,
So he lost the adamantium,
right.
but the bone
claws.
grew back.
and then the bone knew. All right, we've
Because
lost
he
the
just-
metal.
He just constantly heals.
Well, no, the bones, his claws, the bone is in the middle of the claws because that's how he controls how they come in and out.
oh,
Because he has the
I
bone
didn't know
first,
that.
and then the metal goes
Yeah.
around the bone.
Do
Yeah.
they though? Because you see the claws and they're pretty thin.
That-
and
I
his
mean,
bone claws are circular.
You gotta.
they're like finger bones.
you
They're
got-
like kind of stubby
Yeah.
all the way up
You
the
gotta-
claws.
You got a little bit of imagination there, but that's the overall concept, right?
You remember that time he almost killed Rogue?
I thought Rogue almost killed him.
Green,
That's what you get for touching a minor
Hi-
Wolverine.
His timeline is fucked, man.
the one where they went to space.
Oh, like the first movie.
Oh, I
The
thought
very
you were talking
first
about the
movie.
Yeah,
young
they
one.
made out with each other, and she sucked away his power, right?
No.
Where'd she
No, the
suck
one he
it
stabbed her?
from?
Yeah, she sucked it out of him.
Yeah,
The girl from
did? I
Game
don't
of Thrones?
that's how she.
No, the girl
No, the
from-
raincoat bitch.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
The-
Young Rogue.
No, I'm talking about the girl from what's her the vampire TV show. Come on,
Yeah,
suck it.
Suki Stackhouse.
I don't know.
Come here, my name's Bill.
What was the?
I'll
What was
take
the?
8 seasons to suck your blood.
Wasn't it X-Men: Rise of the Phoenix? Wasn't that Young Rogue where she
Dark
takes
Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix? Wasn't that Young Rogue or
I
no?
haven't seen that one.
What, was that the?
No, she's Phoenix. She's Jean Grey. Sansa.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
different Game of Thrones person.
Yeah, we're talking about Sookie.
Sansa.
We're talking about like the 2000 X-Men.
She's Jean Grey.
The girl that has she's Jean Grey. We're talking about
I-
Rogue with the white hair.
I
Rogue
thought-
will steal your powers.
I thought Wolverine had a relationship with Jean Grey.
Yeah, he does.
yeah, he fucked her.
So
I
when
mean,
did he meet? Because that was
He
like
was a-
young Jean Grey.
No, he was a simp for her.
yeah, she was with Cyclops.
That's right. They were.
Whoever else.
But
And
she's.
Wolverine's like 200 years old.
I'm pretty sure Jean Grey rubbed herself out to Wolverine, to the thoughts of Wolverine, while Cyclops sat beside of her, or while Cyclops fucked her. She was thinking of Wolverine.
There was that one movie where they kissed because she
couldn't
was
look him in
like
the eyes.
sitting there asleep.
Yeah, she
Couldn't look
liked him,
Cyclops
but
in the
she's
eyes.
like, I like Cyclops. They should really just be a polyamory.
She liked Cyclops because Cyclops wasn't a psychopath like Wolverine.
Well, she introduced her kid, but they didn't. So
Well, you see what you have to worry about with Wolverine if he wakes up in the middle of the night because he's having a Vietnam flashback. Is he's gonna
He
like
just fucking stabs.
like stabs you in the middle of the night?
Kia!
he would.
Yeah. He has how many? He has World War II flashbacks.
World War
Probably the
I
Korean War.
and Civil War.
Apparently,
The
Civil
Cold War.
Yeah, if you watch the Origins, it shows Civil War.
shows
Like,
the Civil
He
War.
run through with the gray armor. I think he was
Even though
Confederate.
he's a
Yeah.
Canadian. He's a Canadian.
Fought for the South.
But when did he get his powers to actually like
was,
live
like,
forever?
after
I think he
Vietnam,
was,
right?
I know he had his powers like in the
He was born with
way
them.
on back because it. In,
No, I'm talking about his adamantium.
Wasn't
Right?
it in the movie that was his brother was Sabretooth or something like
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother Sabretooth. Yeah.
yeah, like he had his powers back in like the 1600s or something.
Oh yeah, because Sabretooth was in the war with
Yeah,
him
yeah.
because they were
Yeah.
both completely psychopaths back in the war.
Yeah.
They probably
They were-
loved the fuck out
They
of
were
it.
like ripping people apart.
Can you
I'm
imagine,
the
can you
animal.
Can you imagine being like a Nazi or whoever? And you're like, we do it for Hitler. Or, that's a terrible German accent. and then the guy.
What was that Swedish?
That's what the guy sounded like whenever.
for Hitler.
That's what it sounded like when the guy saw the claws come out. The guy was like, "Oh fuck!"
What fuck? When
He went from oh fuck.
Can you imagine
But-
though, being a Nazi and next thing you know, like, I'm going to exterminate this Jew. And the guy's like, dude, I got magnets.
Oh yeah, and he's like, "We win."
Is he hello us Israel?
But then you could have possibly had Hydra during World War II.
Oh, this is
So the
Fox.
Germans-
Whoa.
the
Yeah,
Germans-
you can't cross
This
the
is
studio.
Fox.
The Germans could have been seeing some shit and not surprised
Well,
by it.
Wolverine and Sabretooth, they weren't in the middle of all that. They were on the front line. They weren't covert ops like Captain America.
Captain America was on the front lines. He was like, "I got to get in there."
No, Captain
When are you
America-
gonna I'm tired of being a puppet.
He
In
went.
the comic, didn't Captain America go across Wolverine?
He went.
World
That's
War
what I'm
II?
saying. That's
Behind
why we
front
need
lines.
a Captain America sequel prequel with Chris Evans and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't like.
I would.
I think I like
You
the
can have
art.
you can have the hardened, silent Wolverine and the optimistic, hopeful Captain America.
Yeah, like hitting him on the back.
He's
Like,
like,
come on.
off out. He's like, fuck off, bub.
Yeah.
But Disney won't do that.
called him Bug.
They had
Freak
the
off,
I
bub.
liked the rated R Wolverine.
Oh yeah, for real, yeah.
I liked it, and they need more of that. And then I like the rated R Deadpool.
I mean, it still wasn't as. They still nerfed the character because he was old.
Yeah.
Like we
He
need
was- he
we need
did
a
look
peak
old.
Wolverine, healthy, R-rated movie.
Kind of like they nerfed Professor X by giving him like Alzheimer's.
yeah, like you have the two powerful characters for an R-rated movie that could like totally fuck some shit up.
I wanted to see. Do you know the movie where Wolverine went back to the 70s and he like wakes up
That's a
in
good movie.
bed?
Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's pretty
You
good.
know he railed the shit out of that girl.
Wait, was that the one where he stabbed Kitty?
Yeah,
He's always about stabbing some girls, dude.
it's a metaphor for his penis.
He
I think.
stabbed Rogue.
yeah, that's a metaphor for.
Maybe it's
his
telling. Maybe it's a signal that Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks touched people.
Well, he finally got it. He's like, look, Jean's not gonna. She's dead now. At this
So he goes to the
point.
next girl.
So Kitty Pryde, you want to be with me? And she's like, no, I'm a lesbian. He stabbed her.
fucking lesbian.
So, Free's an asshole, man.
How did they beat the Silver Surfer?
That was a
Totally different
that was
movie.
also
They
a Fox
put him.
movie.
They make a giant microwave. When he gets into it, they shut the door.
No,
They start
Dr.
sparking when it comes
Yeah,
on.
Doctor Doom actually put him in. No, Doctor Doom put him in the microwave.
Yeah.
And took away his surfboard.
Is that the Fantastic Four?
Yes.
You know,
So they're the same
what-
universe,
What
right?
happened was Reed Richards was
Yes.
watching Johnny Storm.
Yes and no.
Put a
They're all
little foil,
Marvel.
like a baked
At
potato,
least.
I think
foil,
Fantastic Four was Fox.
and a microwave.
So they put
Well,
the
they're all
Silver
Marvel,
Surfer in
so
a
they
large
made a
Same
microwave.
comic book.
It was the size of North Carolina.
A
It's all big,
microwave.
and they put it in space. And whenever Silver Surfer was coming to,
It was
herald
so
in
big
Galactus,
he didn't know he flew into
He was like,
one.
"Galactus is coming to eat your planet. I am here to blah blah blah," and then it capped him.
They
and then-
closed the microwave door.
Yeah, and then it sparked everywhere, and people on Earth thought it was a comet shower. It was actually millions of pieces of Silver Surfer falling to his death.
I don't remember that.
And then Galactus came and was like, "Where's my bitch?"
That was the shittiest.
He's like, I'm a cloud.
That was the shittiest fucking movie.
It thunderstruck one time, and you saw the outline of his head once.
Big.
And that's it.
huge.
And he didn't even do anything.
And it was rated PG.
It was like Silver
Fuck
Surfer's
outta
like,
here.
I will take him to a different planet to fuck them
I think the
up.
best part was that blonde black girl.
I liked how Silver
Oh yeah, it was
Surfer.
like, oh, you feel hard.
She couldn't tell that the guy was a fucking freak.
Yeah, so like
She felt it.
he could only find love by finding a black
Are
person.
you
Or
the
not,
rock?
sorry, not a black
Are
person.
you the rock?
A blonde person.
Hey, maybe she wanted it. Maybe that was her kink.
He comes concrete.
Can I feel your face?
He just jizzes on her chest and just collapses. It's like 240-pound bags of concrete.
He jizzes like a super rare type of element, and it's like a teaspoon of
melts.
it's like 2 tons. It
Oh,
just
it-
fucking blasts her.
They did it in Spider-Man. But you know, like when a concrete truck just shoots concrete down the chute,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just.
Just flops
But I
everywhere.
think there's
out.
a storyline where Spider-Man got Mary Jane pregnant and she died.
Yeah, he gave her
'Cause of
cancer.
Radioactive sperm.
Is he radioactive?
Yeah, that's
The
her.
spider gave him
Alicia
radioactiveness?
She was
mean,
like
she-
the best girl in the movie, dude. I'm sorry, Jessica Alba's good, but
Yeah, she was hotter.
So the spider bite. Okay, we're talking about.
I think it was like a different, like spectacular
I
Spider-Man
think
or something.
you want to read the universe where it's like where everything in Marvel can go wrong does go wrong. Like Spider-Man gets bit and he dies.
Or then this Spider-Man gets bit, but he's also in a fucking gamma chamber, and that's how he gets
Like
radiation.
there's one like it's a whole universe. Like Bruce gets gamma powers, but he hulks out and becomes like a tumor monster and dies.
It's like what would really happen if you
Yeah.
got this stuff.
It's like awesome
True.
story.
That's true. I could see that.
I've yet to see No Way Home.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
Alex knows about it enough though.
It's good.
It's a good movie. You should watch it.
All the Spider-Mans, they come back.
Well, I can't spoil
Spoiler
it for you.
alert.
Yeah, I'm just making an assumption. I haven't even seen it, so you guys are giving it away.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you said it,
Yeah, I did.
so they don't.
I've
I just
heard,
looked at you.
What's the first Spider-Man's name? I can't remember.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. I've heard he's a big asshole.
He's
You guys-
awesome. He hasn't acted since like 2000.
No, I heard he's a huge asshole.
He's best friends with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I heard that he
Maybe
is,
in real life.
I heard he's a huge asshole in real
Like
life.
He
Christian
hasn't
Bale
acted
level?
in years.
What?
Like Christian Bale level asshole.
Yes, I've heard bad things
He's
about
been
him
retired for like 10 years.
because he can't get work. I heard
He could get work.
he got this one, but that was it.
Well, you had to get this one.
I've seen him mean mugging the paparazzi recently in an airport.
He's like,
That's why he didn't want work.
He's like,
He hated the paparazzi.
He did Spider-Man. He's rich. He just does his life.
yeah.
You know how many times FX and TBS plays the Spider-Man movies?
Mm-hmm.
he did,
I wonder what the residuals are on that.
Great Gatsby too.
Yeah, but that was it. Well, he did
He did that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
He was in that.
The one where he like
Kiss the Cowboy.
fucks over the kitchen. Like
What about the one where he was
The military movie.
Jarhead? Yeah.
No,
Jarhead.
that's
Oh.
that's Jake Gyllenhaal.
You're talking about where there are two brothers. One brother dies.
comes back.
He was the Marine.
Yeah, and he's like fucked in the head.
Yeah. Well,
But he's fucking his girlfriend or
his,
something?
His wife gets hooked up with his brother.
Yeah, and he comes back. He's like, God damn it!
He's like, this is what I get after being gone, serving this country.
And he like destroys the kitchen.
Yep.
That's
Andrew
pretty
Garfield comes out of the portal and is like, "What are we doing?"
what are we doing?
So he was
What we
also
doing?
he
We
was
doing,
also
Peter?
in that what was Tropic Thunder
Yeah, he was
in the beginning
he
where they were
was-
kissing
yeah,
they
he
were
was-
kissing popes.
Yeah, with holding the beads.
Oh yeah, that was like
The forbidden love.
his first role in a long time too. I'm surprised that he did that.
I've
That had to be just for
They're
fun.
holding like the fucking rosary bead things, and there's like,
Yeah, because there's Robert Downey Jr. and Tobey Maguire. I forgot.
and the music's like, oh.
You finding it, Chris?
He was in a lot of movies until 2014.
He took a break. He said, "I'm done. I made my money."
I mean,
Probably living in one of those bunkers Alex found earlier today.
you found a bunker?
You probably pulled up on your maps, can you?
Yeah, I just need the.
Just Nav, Concord, California.
All right. Y'all want to talk about Bob Saget while I do that?
How are you, Alex?
I come in this week a little older and a little wiser.
Yeah, dude, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
You got a sweet Stone Cold hat for your birthday.
I bought this a while back.
Never mind.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, my wife thinks it's stupid. I think it's pretty funny, but
Where am I going?
What's wrong with it?
That skull's about the
She must
size
be-
I wanted my
Right here?
face to be.
She must have been more of a rock girl. Sorry.
oh,
There it is.
To your right, yeah.
Where's this at?
How do I?
I don't know what the fuck.
Where's
this
this
What is this?
Concord?
This is in
Concord.
California.
I accidentally found this by typing in the wrong address.
What are these?
Well, zoom in.
They're bunkers. I think I know about this.
There's train tracks going to every one of them.
Huh. These are like FEMA massive grave sites.
Why are there train tracks
That-
going to each one?
Man, the white is looking fresh.
Yeah, that's
there's
what we
one-
were noticing.
Yeah,
It's like that paint's really popping.
Have you looked and seen what it is?
No, I hadn't gone Street View or nothing. Well, can you go Street View?
There's no way you could go Street View
Search the address and find out what it is.
That's probably got a fence all around it.
Because there's fucking like, it's
Yeah,
like a couple,
no.
several
See-
acres of
I thought this was
See if
something
there's-
you found in like.
Look, it's all symmetrical.
There's like a baseball field right there. See if you can see a fence around it, Thomas. I bet there's a fence.
Search that baseball field.
Oh, there's a fence going this way where you can't see it from the road at all.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the baseball field.
Well, let me get turned around.
There's a decent fence right there.
Is that it over there?
Yeah, that's it over there.
The fuck?
You can kind of get a fence all the way down.
What's the address?
Let me
Pretty
see.
hobbits.
Bunkers for
You
sale.
can't just search like bunkers for. Oh, okay.
You can. There's
What the fuck?
What is that?
The fuck did I just do? I'm going through Google's
Was there a
images.
theme park next to
They're,
it?
they're trying to like take us. They're trying to like
Hey, that's a park.
sway you away. Like, how about this children's center?
I don't know what I just did.
They ping you as a pedo. And you can't
Thomas
get
is
it.
done now.
Yeah, I got John Cena
They just
and
like
fucking
they
shit.
just planted it on your PC. All right, what is that city?
Concord, California.
Concord, California.
Concord.
Yeah, I typed in Concord Middle School, and it brought me there. And I was like, it brought me right to the bunkers. I was
It's
like,
so
wait a
weird
minute.
that there's nothing over here either. Like all this land and then nothing
Unless
over
there's
here.
shit underground. Oh, there's more up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Let's
bet.
say go Mentum Station.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Those are homes.
They're homes.
A Navy weapons station full of World War II ammunition bunkers
You can buy them.
can be transferred to 13,000 new homes in the Bay Area. Those
They're
Yeah, near San Francisco. Yeah.
they're fallback like
Whoa.
they're
Look,
luxury.
you see the other side of them? There's a house.
Whoa. Okay.
They're luxury bunkers.
Wow.
Yeah, because it has to be because it's perfectly structured too, and it's like that one area where there's no one living.
Yeah,
That's wild.
they used to space those ammunition bunkers out, so if one of them blew up, it wouldn't take all of them out.
Now
Yeah,
go boom.
yeah.
Can you imagine being the last one? And it's like, well,
These
we're
are pretty
fucked.
close,
That's awesome.
but that's still pretty far apart if you think about it.
Look, can you imagine you get to live under it and you get a lawn above you?
And fucking, you can have a train just come through your fucking.
You gotta mow your roof.
Yeah.
What
gotta
kind
mow
of
that, baby.
bullshit is this?
That's cool though. A train pulls up, takes you away.
It is. It is
One
kind
of
of
them
cool.
camps where you concentrate real hard.
yeah, we gotta concentrate.
Study real hard today, boys.
What is that over there?
There's a-
right. That's like a big old hole that leads to a big bunker.
There's a few people that have big
You can't
plots of land like this that sell off these bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alex Jones has one.
I would live
wouldn't
there. That'd be
surprise me.
awesome.
Problem is like, let's say the shit hits the fan.
Because like the city's right there.
Yeah, all those people are gonna be clamoring to get in there.
You just lock it down.
You probably have a hell of a front door, but you got to get there.
No, you
30
live
guys
there.
with shovels, they'll get in there.
No, see, it's your fallback shelter. This
That's
is
why-
where you go
No,
when the
fuck that.
shit hits the fan.
I'd live there.
Yeah, it's California. You have your guns and whatever.
No, you
And then
don't. It's California.
You can have guns. You'll
Then
have,
you can have like
you have
two
these,
rounds
yeah,
in
you can have
one
these
AR.
weird looking ARs, whatever. But then you put up these giant liberal flags so that people's like, oh, these are just regular.
All right,
guns.
you'd have to go buy your guns at a different state.
That's illegal.
Have it shipped into a dealer.
Not if you have a residence in that state.
I don't know how it works in California, so fair enough.
There's a lot of rules in California.
Yeah, they got a lot of shit.
How you doing, Tyler?
I'm good.
It's a long intro.
That was
but
a
it's
long
good.
intro.
Do you guys have good memories of Bob Saget?
Y'all,
Did y'all watch Full House and
Yeah.
stuff?
well, Chris messed me up in the group chat because he sent Tourette's guy, and I'm like, Tourette's guy died.
You were more sad about
Like-
Tourette's guy than Bob Saget.
But Alex said Bob Saget died, and then Chris sent Tourette's guy a gif, and I'm
No.
like,
Because
so
Tourette's
Tourette's guy died.
Because Tourette's guy's like Bob Saget.
Yeah, because I just like no.
I didn't put
Tourette's
two-
guy. He's like, no.
I didn't put two and two together until I saw it on Facebook today.
Yeah.
Like I saw it yesterday, and that's why I said he died again because someone said that Tourette's guy died, but he didn't. He came
Yeah.
back.
So did Bob Saget have a heart condition?
They
don't know.
They haven't released.
I think they said it was some.
Well, I think he's had a
No,
heart
I mean, he said on
problem.
Twitter he got vaccinated daily.
Daily? I think there was being satire.
The sad thing is, like, he literally did a show the night before. Put a tweet out and was like, "This is a good show in Jacksonville," and then like the next day in Orlando, he's dead.
I
He was
heard-
perfectly fine.
Might have been a heart attack though.
I heard he
Yeah.
had a bad heart.
If I had to
I'm
guess,
sure he did.
it was one of the cons, Jacksonville owners that killed him.
It was our government. He
Dude,
was
I-
putting out fake.
Just saying, you look up Shad Khan's mustache, it's a little.
He looks like a
suspect.
villain from an Indian Bollywood movie.
I remember him the most from America's Funniest Videos.
I
Yeah.
love that theme song. I listened to it last night.
I remember him the most
Give
from
me
that.
the feels.
Like
already-
Full House, yes, but AFV, he was.
I already fingered some of the girls on the show.
Probably.
Which one?
That was back in the
Olsen
day,
twins.
man.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what,
Dude,
Well, they
if
were
it
young. What
it's,
time?
it's baseless claims.
They were
but-
probably like 5 when they were doing that show.
When the whole found thing, it screams like Ray Donovan covered it up.
Mhm.
Like they just found him dead.
Yeah.
Who found him?
Someone.
Oh.
Probably like someone in his
Housekeeping.
comedy. Well, his
Are you
comedy.
telling me the
people.
Olsen twins killed Heath Ledger and then killed Bob Saget?
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay. They got 2 confirmed kills already.
Housekeeping. Apparently, he
each
had an
got one.
autoimmune disease.
Maybe he got motorboated too much
Maybe,
and died.
hey, does he have
That one girl.
It's called scleroderma.
He's probably snorting a line of
Scleroderma.
coke.
what's that tick disease you can get? Lyme disease? Maybe he got that from the Olsen twin.
Not if you eat oranges.
Put a little salt on it. I'm sure it's a problem.
They look wild.
Just drink some tequila.
Just show your tequila. Put a
Dude, the
little-
Olsen twins don't look like people anymore.
They look like they had the life sucked out
They
of them with
look-
a vacuum
oh.
cleaner set the
like
tin.
Elizabeth Olsen's fine.
Yes. But the Olsen twins, no. They look like
They're
they've
like
been
ghouls.
sucked dry.
They look like. Eh.
Oh, they look fine. One of them looks sickly, but they look.
I mean, the one on the left's not bad looking.
That's what they used to look like.
Alex. What?
Well, I say that you pull up that fucking
That was just bad timing.
Yeah.
There you go.
terrible timing.
The one on the left looks fine.
They look so young and
They look
beautiful.
like they look elven.
Yeah.
They look like they've been dressed up for a movie. They just need pointy
It's weird that they're
ears.
twins, but the one on the right looks way older than the one on the left.
That's what
Yeah.
Lyme disease does to you.
Yeah,
Well,
and crack.
well, maybe they.
But they got
Let's
so
party.
much money.
Let's party, girl. Go to the one that's down all the way in the corner, left hand.
I mean, they do drop. They own
This?
fashion
No,
companies.
all the way
do their thing.
over.
This.
Pretty much the same photo.
They're just
Yeah.
like, we're done with acting.
Yeah, that
Why does it
Mhm.
keep
Design.
opening in a different?
Good lord, its
Jesus
face
Christ.
is sunken in.
That, but have they had? I don't think they've had surgery though.
They look like Sphinx cats. You know, like the skinless cats.
They
Yeah.
look very sunken in. I'm telling you, it looks like someone just put them in a bag and sucked the life
no,
out.
you
of
know,
them.
back
They
in
need to eat.
That's surviving Hollywood.
2,000 years ago, they would be the belle of the ball.
What?
2,000 years ago.
How is that? How is that the same
Where?
person?
My thing's not doing right now. There we
I'm
go.
trying to just put in perspective the beauty standards of the
Why the-
world.
We're like, all right, so the year's 22.
Okay.
The catapult's been around for 400 years.
We just
The New Testament hasn't been written yet.
Olsen twins are the pinnacle of beauty.
They do look like they'd be some
Okay.
sort of double queen thing.
Like an Amidala situation.
What is that?
I get it. I like it.
But,
Does it
see,
just-
but would you take the Olsen twins or would you take Amidala, Natalie Portman, and Keira Knightley.
Were you saying which one would I rather have? For what scenario?
Double Queen.
Not the Olsen twins. I think they would chop people's heads off for fun and bathe in their blood.
But they just like snort zygotes.
I can't Google anything anymore.
They would drink milk and bathe in their blood. It's
like
I hit escape and that happened.
It's like Charlize Theron in the Snow White movie.
Yeah.
She gets in that bathtub of milk, whatever it is.
It needed to be blood.
It should have been blood.
Yeah.
Milk
was weird.
You can go watch the Hostel movie if you want to see a girl covered in blood. That one bitch get her neck straight, and she's just like titties and it's like blood.
Are you guys like aware generally of his comedy?
Bob Saget?
Yeah.
It's questionable.
It's clean, right?
Yeah, it's clean.
Very
as
clean.
Everything. Like
It was in Full House. It was
Yeah.
PG comedy.
I remember the first time I showed my parents the Aristocrats joke.
What is the Aristocrats joke?
Have you ever heard it?
No.
I
Can
can't
you?
search it.
Thomas can't search
My
it.
computer's. I don't know what's doing now. I hit the letter O and it
A
was
bunch
just
of people
like,
do it. You want to do Bob Saget's version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's fine. And trivia, Bob Saget. I also got a story I can tell about the Full House after this. Whatever.
Okay.
Filthiest joke in history is what it goes down as.
Right.
Okay.
And anyone can do this joke.
That's why people said like he was an aristocrat. This is why.
Yeah, I hit H to type and it opened up my history.
Also,
I think looking at a bunker's fucked your computer up.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see if it does it on this
Sleeper
one.
cell.
Yeah, it does it on that one too. I have to restart my computer when this is over.
okay. I can't quite find the joke.
It's not should be on YouTube, man.
Let's see here.
Is your FM locked?
Is it?
I'm asking. I don't know. Like if you type in FM and then H, will it just type in H?
No, if I hit H, it. Hold on, it
But if you hit function and then H,
didn't do anything.
it probably just typed in H.
Okay, let me find it here.
Gigs around this great country, maybe in Vegas. It's kind of like Cirque du Soleil, but more like Jerk du Soleil, because that's what they're going to do to each other. They walk into this guy's office, and the agent goes, well, what do you people
Probably
do?
just fucked.
And the father's like, watch us. The father's like ripping off his kid's clothes, and he takes his wife's bra, and he throws it off of her, and he rips off her underwear, and he takes some of her pubes with it. It's horrible, and there's a little bit of blood starts dripping down her leg, and they're all like, it's like women and children are walking up here right now. So the father's like totally undressing his whole family, and then he gets out an epaulette and he starts shaving his wife's back. Daughter's got like a little, she's having her friend, she's having her period is what she's having. So he just pulls out the tampon and throws it at the window, and it sticks. And then they all just start fucking each other. They go down on each other in all different configurations. It's 69, it's 29 because the kids are young. It's 9. The father bends his kid over on the guy's desk, and he's like taking him from behind. All of a sudden, the kid can't take it. Diarrhea starts squirting out of his ass, and it won't stop. It's like a hemorrhaging shit ass. The kid starts spinning in a circle because he can't control it. It's kind of like Curly in the Stooges. Mo, Larry the Cheese. He's spinning it in a circle. The projectile shit is just flying at him. It's going all over the room. It's like spin art. The room has got feces just dripping down. This poor kid is convulsing. He starts throwing up. You don't know whether to shit or puke in this room. That's how... What the fuck am I doing?
Is this just off the top of the head?
Then,
Yeah.
wait, there's more. The mother clips all the nails off of one of her hands, puts it up her daughter, and starts working her like a puppet. She's spinning her on the hand, and while this is going on, it's and they're skating in it, of course, and they're slipping. And with skating in your own feces and vomit and stuff, there's always going to be pratfalls, because you can't help it, it's slapstick. So they're slipping in it, and they're covered in it, and their faces are covered in it. Then they all start singing We Are Family by Sister Sledge, which I think is offensive, because you don't want to mix incest with feces and racism. I think it's wrong, and they shouldn't have done it. That's how I look at it. But you know what? An opening act's an opening act. So they continue. Father can't help himself, hauls back, smacks his wife right in the mouth, knocks all of her teeth out, sticks his fist, accidentally, mind you, down her toothless throat. Unbelievable. He actually fists her neck. Trying to get her off of his hand, he starts flailing around. He's a very strong man. Her body is flailing around, knocks all the kids against the wall. Their heads hit the wall, and they crack. They're not dead. They're fine. Don't even worry about them. Their fall was broken by all the feces that was in their hair. So then they start singing Make 'Em Laugh. They start singing Make 'Em Laugh and Be a Clown. And the father's hemorrhoid pops, right? So he grabs it up, puts it on the end of his nose like a clown, like Emmett Kelly, except he's covered in shit. Then they all start making out. You know, they're all kidding aside, the adrenaline, all the feces all over the wall, there's shit, there's vomit, and they've been running around. You get all heated. The kids are not bleeding bad. They get up, they're walking around kind of aimlessly. All 6 members of the family, they just start making out very deeply with each other, like that old lady in Eraserhead with that guy. And then, of course, they all start vomiting because it's offensive to be kissing your family. By the way, this would be a good time right now to take your pants off and get some lotion. Because that's what happens next with this family. They just start jacking and... Can I get a tape of this for my reel? I want to show this to my dad. I gotta finish the joke. They're all having sex with each other. And to me, if you're gonna have sex, by the way, with like a 14-year-old kid, you should be doing it in a prison. So you're right there. It's like one-stop shopping. So that's where this joke should have taken place, in a prison, and then they should have all been, the whole family should have been put to death immediately. But nope, they're making out and having sex, and they all take each other from behind, which is impossible because if you have a big train, everybody's doing it to each other. The person at the end is pissed. So what happens next? Let's see. They've had a lot of sex. The room's covered in feces. The mother had a big boil on her back. That popped. Tampon finally, by the end, just kind of falls off the window. It was hanging there the whole time. The music gets more Carney-like. Boop, boop, doop, boop, boop. And they all start doing like a 3-ring circus with each other's tits. They're so gone right now. Oh, I'll tell you what happens right now. Father takes out some amyl nitrates. And he pops them. It's like in The Professional, Gary Oldman. He goes like that. And then he just starts fucking going nuts. He does like Fred Astaire did. He goes dancing up the wall. And then he just starts kicking everybody right in the dicks. He kicks his kids in the dicks. He kicks his wife in the dick. I didn't fully tell you the whole story. The whole family has dicks. The entire family, kind of like Hermie family. And I haven't mentioned piss yet. There is piss everywhere. Because, by the way, if you're going to shit and have all these involuntary fluids come out of you, there's got to be piss. I just wanted to go on record saying there's piss in the room as well. Because I think piss, by the way, it's kind of like if you ever watch the Food Network. They're going to show this on other planets. All right, he popped an amyl nitrate. He's got smelling salts that he's been giving to his kids. They keep passing out, the fact that their heads are bleeding and they've been anally raped in front of an agent yet. The room is just covered in piss and blood and hemorrhoids stuck to the father's nose, and they all go, ta-da! And the agent just looks at them and he says, "Well, that's I've never seen anything like that before." And he goes, "What do you people call yourselves?" And the father says, "This is hard to do. It's hard to do the end of the joke." Because what he should have said is, the mouth-fisting, dirty, sick, hemorrhoid-infested, bloody vomit, shit diarrhea-covered, pedophilic piece of shit, aristocrat family. But that is just dirt, and it's not funny. I ain't laughing. So I would say, you have to say the punchline, don't you? The whole family. They do this whole, make them laugh, and they do a whole cute little ta-da, except 2 of the kids. They're half dead because they just had the shit kicked out of them. They're covered in feces. It's fucking horrible. And then they're like, and the father goes, "What do you think?" And the agent goes, "Wow." And he just kind of wipes a little bit of shit away from his eyes and kind of takes off a little bit of the blood that's on him, and he goes, "What do you guys call yourselves?" And the little kid, in his dying breath, the little kid that his father kicked him in the head. Let me do it differently. Hold on. Hold on. Damn it. Ta-da! And the agent goes, "Wow, that's some act. What do you people call yourselves?" And the father takes his fist out of his wife's mouth, sitting there the whole time. There's like a suction-y sound, and she's just got no teeth, and she's covered in diarrhea. And she mouths the word, "There is a cut." And then she dies. Dies. Flat out dies. And the agent's like,
Jesus Christ.
It took a while to get to the punchline.
That's the point of it.
Look,
Yep.
if you got time another day, there's a Gilbert Gottfried one too.
Oh, his voice though.
Yeah, he does. His is pretty good too.
I mean,
Nice.
It's always different. It's just how gross you can make it.
But he's just always
at
crazy.
the very end.
But that is America's dad.
Yeah,
that
that's how
is-
Bob Saget really was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, R.I.P.
Yes,
Rip.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
It's what it is. We're getting old, boys.
He was 65.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, he wasn't too old.
He's really not that old.
We are getting old.
We're not 65.
I might die this week.
We are
Well,
getting
I mean,
old though.
Fair enough.
More people pass away every year.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, because
that's
there's more
usually how
people
it
to pass
works.
away.
Betty White. Did we do an RIP to her?
No, we didn't.
RIP.
Rip.
Well,
We didn't know much about Betty White.
I mean,
I
was,
never really watched her.
well, Bob Saget was the nation's dad.
yeah, America's daddy.
I would consider Betty White the nation's mom.
Grandma.
Grandma.
Betty White and Bob Saget need to have a.
And John Madden. Little threesome. With
Yeah,
there.
that was our grandma and grandpa.
And he had what's that one actor's name? Sidney Poitier, the black guy. He's the guy you always see as the first black guy nominated for an Oscar, I think.
Oh.
In those old movies. He died too.
Oh,
About like Wakanda.
Jesus Christ.
that was someone else.
What was
he's
his
a very
name?
famous black
That's
actor.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Was that like Wakanda guy?
Well,
Yes, they were both black.
That's
Does
about
any-
as racist as you can get.
does anybody have any talking points that is important for this week's episode? Anything?
We would talk about some Saget, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got top 10 Chinese people. Alex has a which is hotter thing or something, right? Or were you just joking?
What?
I think it was a quick thing he
the,
said.
The car heat thing.
Oh, yeah. You had a yeah. We have
We
another
just can't-
discussion.
we cannot talk about arrows and bullets at all.
Okay, we know we have
I'm not.
a situation
Just don't
where
bring it up.
you don't ever want to be inside of a hot car.
Right.
Because it's
A hot, say a peak August is 110 outside,
What's that, like a 150 in the car?
maybe.
I don't
And
know.
your car's hot as fuck.
Can't go higher than 150.
You would think you can cut the AC on and cool off, right? Wrong. You can cut the heat on. Now the argument is, if you sit in a hot car and cut the heat on, would the air on the heater cool your car? You know what I'm saying?
Keep
Yeah.
it at a temperature.
Yeah. That way it'll be not as hot as outside.
Right.
Damn, dude, your dashboard average is 157.
Wow.
So what is the heat? What's heat come out at? Heat at what is heat coming out of the vents? The hottest that you think
Oh.
it comes out at?
Oh.
See, I think we had this conversation like years ago. It's
Yeah,
just-
because we would always get in the work truck like 100 degrees during summer and turn the heat on full blast just as a joke
yeah.
and start driving down the road with the heat
Got to be
blasting.
cooler.
At one point, it started to feel cooler
Well,
after about a minute, and then we're like, no.
Well,
The argument is like
I don't think heat comes out at like 150 or whatever, 130, 110.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, say your car is hot, like it's hot outside, your car's been in your parking lot, and you go jump in your car, and it's hot as fuck in there,
Right.
And you cut the heat on.
It's not
What the-
heat at that point, is it? It's not heat if it's cooling you down. Right? So it's 150 inside the truck.
Yeah.
You're throwing out 100-degree air, and it's cooling you down.
Yeah.
Is that really heat?
True. say we got full blast heat,
Uh-huh.
like you've been driving about an hour. Well, see, the argument don't work because the heat will be cooler than the air.
Yeah. It's not heat anymore. You're just cooling yourself down.
It's just not as cold as AC.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably even cooler than opening the vent and let outside air in.
Yeah.
It's like 120 from the asphalt.
Yeah, we can cut this from the show.
Yeah, it says the temperature coming out of a driver's and passenger's vents anywhere from 135 to 155, typically.
Wait, it throws out 135-degree Fahrenheit air?
Yeah,
to 155.
Oh,
to
God.
155.
Well,
Yeah.
hold up now.
Yeah, wait a minute.
So I might have made a fallacy here.
Well, see, Thomas. Well, see, when we were the argument.
That was on average, though.
The argument was, say the air comes out that hot.
Mhm.
It's 110 outside. Inside your car is probably 150, just being sitting there.
Yeah.
Or 120.
Whatever.
You cut the heat on, it's blowing that hot air.
Yeah.
Would it eventually equal out to where the inside your car would be cooler than it's outside? Right?
Should.
That is what
Well-
you're saying. You're saying you could cool off the inside of the car with the heat.
You should be able to cool off the car with the heat as long as the inside of the car is hotter to begin with.
Did y'all ever, like,
But it won't feel cool
Did you
because it's
ever-
still hot.
did you ever roll the window down and be like, God, you're wasting the heat in the middle of the summer?
It does say that
Oh, they
it
can
can go
look at
from
that.
130 to 172 inside the car.
What? 1.7? What do you got, like a propane burner in there?
No, like the buildup of heat on a hot day.
Oh,
Like your car's sitting at the mall, it can go from 130 to 172.
see,
So you turn the vents on and keep it down to a cool 140.
yeah, but your work truck is setting on asphalt.
But what were you arguing
All day.
that 1 year?
I don't remember.
Because you were opposite everybody else. Everybody else saying it wouldn't be hotter, or something.
I don't remember exactly.
Oh, never mind then.
So
I'm trying to. I'm trying to think.
He'll forget about the arrow and bullet thing too in a couple years. Everybody was telling him no.
Because it's not relevant. The arrow and bullet thing's not relevant.
Anyway,
Because I'm right. So it's fine.
I think we were saying it would get hotter.
Right.
You were saying the air would equal out.
Yeah. Y'all were saying,
With the
no,
hot
it'll
air.
just get hotter. If you turn the heat on, it'll get hotter. And I was like, no, it'll cool it down because it's hotter outside.
Oh, let me.
But that was
on the
before
same page.
But that was before I knew the temperatures and stuff. That was just.
Yeah, I think it's blowing out 130 degree temperature heat into your car. It's still gonna be hotter anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's one of those. Yeah, I was saying if you turn the heat on, it can cool your car if your car is super hot.
Yeah,
And I think we were just arguing about.
but you're gonna
it
die
at work.
before it gets to that point anyway.
Yes.
I think you're gonna.
Yeah.
You're gonna get like dehydration.
And either way, it's still going to be whatever the heat
Miserable.
coming out at is. It's still going to maintain
Your
that, which is
eyes are
unlivable.
operating at like heat stroke levels.
It's like 110 in the
Yeah.
car. Like,
Like if you get in a hot car in the sun during the summer with the heat on full blast, and you sit there, it's still going to be hot as fuck.
I imagine it felt that heat pillow feel.
Yeah.
It feels like just a heat
yeah.
pillow.
I mean, you can die in a car with nothing on. Just sit there and die.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got that humid.
But we were saying who would survive longer though? Like a normal person. Like you put three things in a car: a child, a normal person, and a dog. Which one dies? Like what's the order they die?
I feel like babies are pretty resilient.
They're not.
I think a normal person would probably live the longest.
It depends on who's freaking out the most.
Yeah.
See, the
A dog
baby's just
can't
going to go
sweat.
quiet, and that's when you're wondering.
A dog can't sweat.
Dog's probably going to die first.
It be,
Yeah.
I'm giving it dog's going to take the hell.
But you said who lived the longest?
I was just, I guess 1, 2, 3, baby, dog, and person. Like when they die.
Dog, baby, person.
Okay, it's like dies first, dies second, dies third.
The person's going to live the longest because they're going to be the only one that can be like, I should get out of this
Well,
car.
let's add conditions to this, Chris. What if they have asthma? What if they haven't drank water in 3 days? They only drink Coke Zero.
What if the baby's not shutting up and keeps crying?
Yeah.
I mean, surely the baby will die probably before the person, yeah. But people always talk about how resilient babies are.
True. If
Except
the
for that one
baby's
spot on her head,
yeah.
The part they go in with the coat hanger.
or Achilles heel. Yeah.
See, I wonder if like a baby sleeping should last longer than a baby awake, right? Because the baby
Yeah.
awake's gonna start screaming its head off.
Right? It's
It's gonna be like, I'm hot.
so say I'm sleeping in a hot car.
You might just go to sleep.
I'd probably just never wake
Yeah,
up.
you go to sleep. You go to sleep while you're sleeping.
It'd be like that whole meme where I just like wake up at the pearly gates. Like, dang, I'm it.
He's like, I'm just gonna take a nap real quick, and it's like as you start falling asleep, dude, like he's like, I'm gonna run into the gas station. You want something? You're like, nah, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a second. He's like, all right, and he turns the heat on and goes into the gas station and comes out. You're dead.
But you go up there and like,
It's like,
you can't get in because the baby dies first.
Oh, that'd be worse. Like you're standing there at the gates, and then
As soon as the gate unlocks to go in, it's like,
the baby appears behind you.
yeah, the baby walks in and skips you. And the dog.
it's like we got room for 2. Sorry, bud. He just puts you back in the hot car.
Yeah.
Oh, then you wake up
You wake up sweating your ass off.
to a dead dog and a baby.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be so sad.
2 days. Yeah. You gotta live with your guilt.
It's just a dog that's cooking and a baby that's cooking.
Yeah, so you get out.
It's like
you go
a
to-
it's
you
like
go
a
to jail.
rotisserie.
You go to jail for freaking
Murder.
murder.
So you gotta spend your whole life getting raised in prison. Then when you finally die, you go to hell. And Bob Saget's waiting for you.
You think he would go there?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
he diddles the miners, but yeah, probably.
I don't know.
They were just looking for gold,
I
man.
don't know what all the bad things he's done.
Yeah, I
He
don't
just
know.
picked her nose a lot, right?
Who? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm of the mind that everyone does bad things, no matter who you are.
I don't think that bad.
No.
No, and like not everyone touches kids and stuff like that. But I'm like of the mindset that everyone has their bad things that they do or have done.
I mean, isn't that literally what Christianity's founded on?
I do where I want to.
I thought Christianity was
forgiven.
for forgiveness.
Yeah, it's only everybody does bad things.
Yeah.
I never done anything to justify going to hell, though.
I heard you say GD one time.
You've yelled at some people on the street.
That's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
That's not illegal.
God
That's
would-
not illegal to yell at people.
God would probably frown upon
I
it.
can yell at people
God,
if I
was
want
it?
to.
God, was it?
God would probably not like
No.
that.
I took to taking God's name in vain as
just-
saying DG.
I'm just joking about that.
If you damn God.
I mean, I haven't
That's
murdered.
worse.
We
Yeah, that's
haven't.
worse.
I haven't
guess.
murdered anybody.
Yeah. Haven't coveted no ox.
Haven't slept with my neighbor.
Well, let's look. All right, it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking like Catholics?
Technically, I married my neighbor.
Would like. But would porn be considered coveting thy neighbor?
Is porn frowned upon in Christianity?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty frowned.
What's it
upon.
called though? What's the proper wordage there?
Frivolous activities.
That would be
Frivolous.
I'm gonna
Frivolous.
guess it goes down to lust or something.
Yeah.
Lust.
Here, I just pulled up the old seven deadly sins.
And I've heard
Well,
there's more.
that's no
All right,
Chaucer
I've
bullshit.
heard there's
Get outta
more
here.
than 7.
Yeah.
It's more of like a
Yeah, there's more than
a
7. You got
Catholic-
Johnny.
a
You
Catholic
got
thing. No, I think in like Catholicism.
Yeah,
if,
7, yeah.
if you do one of the 7 deadlies, and I don't how that works. If you don't confess or something, you die. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Catholics had it right, man. They had that season pass going on. You got to come every week. Like you got to confess your sins. You got
Say 7 Hail Marys and
you got to level up in the box.
You can
I'm
tell
getting
that
on the
dude
dirt.
anything.
all right, so let me go over these and see if Alex dies.
All right.
Sloth.
Yes.
What the fuck you talking about?
I'm just saying. You said you don't think you've done it.
Yeah, let's go through it. Let's
I'm
go
gonna see
through
if
it.
Alex dies.
Sloth.
What is that?
No,
Lazy.
No, I don't think you.
I'm not
sloth.
lazy.
Pride.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not super powerful.
Greed.
No, I buy a
I
bunch
mean,
of
you're
stuff.
not like a greedy person. Like, yeah,
Is that
I'm
what
not-
it
I'm
means,
not-
or does it mean wealthy?
It's like a miser.
yeah, he's not. He's
Scrooge.
not like a Scrooge.
That would be me.
I don't think so. I don't think Thomas is either.
I'm not a duck either.
I don't donate to people, man.
Yeah,
Fuck
but you're,
him.
yeah, you're letting us use your house.
Hey, I
Right
got a
now.
receipt for
that's true.
Goodwill, so I'm covered on that one.
All right. So,
That's your wife made you.
well, lust.
Lust?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Envy.
No, I mean, people should envy me.
All right.
Is that pride?
That's pride. A little bit of pride. A little bit of pride.
All right. All right.
It's impossible to not do any of them.
Gluttony.
I do eat a lot.
No, you're not. Yeah, no.
All right. This
I don't
I think
overindulge.
this last one might. I don't
Don't
know.
you fucking
Uh,
wrath?
Wrath.
I've never taken vengeance.
Or anger. He says wrath or anger.
Hey, everyone has fallen that one.
There's parameters for that.
I've never murdered anyone out of rage or vengeance.
There you go.
If you've never physically hurt someone, then
Yeah, I've never physically hurt someone, maybe emotionally, but never physically.
emotional damage.
I'm sure we've all found a way to get in there, get into hell. We're fucked.
I mean, I am saved, so I'm good.
I mean,
Me too.
I mean, if you read the other one, I mean, that's the Catholic version. The other one's like, all right, no one is worse than another one.
Yeah, let he who has no sin cast the first stone, right?
Yeah, that too.
I mean, the simple things can get you can
What's
land you a
that?
spot.
So what?
Why'd you sniff?
You're saying
You trying to act like savvy, like
pride.
like
read some historical texts.
I'm saved too.
you got one of them tablets at home with a Gilgamesh or whatever.
Yeah, Gilgamesh.
I've my spot's saved up in heaven, man.
Well, there you go.
All you gotta do is say you're.
I was there when Jesus shook his hand and made a deal with the hotels.
I don't know about that then.
Seen that one? Okay.
We're almost
My-
up on the 2,000-year anniversary.
For the hotels. Yeah.
My preacher
Yeah,
said.
almost.
My preacher said Jesus has his hands on you right now.
Depends on where you're at.
Yeah,
Right?
It's like where are they at?
He said, "I got my hands on you, and Jesus does too."
I just
And
want to know what he did for his 20 years. There ain't, there's nothing written about.
What are you talking about?
Jesus was born, and all of a sudden he's 30, ain't he?
Yeah,
Well, he was
That's what
he
I-
was a carpenter.
Yeah. What else was he doing?
but then why didn't he have special powers?
Carpentry.
Why didn't he just make the chair?
He had carpentry powers.
He had to go on his
Mecca.
character development.
Mecca.
That was when he went
Yeah.
to the desert for 40 days and
And
40
then
nights.
Satan tried to
Yeah,
He's like, you want some of
Pilgrimage.
this?
want some water.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I can make my own water if I wanted. Come
he had to grow up with his parents filling his head with ideas.
No one's ever
You are
made.
the greatest.
I ain't seen anyone make an Iron Man suit. I ain't ever seen anybody turn water to wine.
Well,
And there ain't nobody teaching anybody how to feed 10,000 people with 12 loaves of bread. Jews won't allow that.
Jared Leto has a cult. We could, he's got his followers out there on an island.
I think he shut that down.
I hope he did. I hope
He
someone
went
did.
back to acting.
He turned into, look up a House of Gucci. This is what
He
Jared Leto's been
turned
doing.
into the fat
Yeah.
guy.
I can't.
Oh, damn it. He went
turned-
to, it's Mama, it's me. It's
Here, I can do it on
Can you
this.
imagine
Hold on.
that guy coming into Starbucks every day and doing that voice because he's method acting? He
Yeah.
doesn't get out of that voice for
Let me
like
get
5
the
months.
venti cappuccino.
Ugh.
It's like the most stereotypical racist Italian accent you can make.
I just be like, leave
It's
me
Jared Leto in a fat suit. Looks like Wario Luigi mixed together.
alone. Leave me alone, sir.
The bad thing is Jared Leto will method act from the time he
Yeah.
starts to the time it ends. He will have that character out in public, around his family, around everybody.
Like he would send people like rats on the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, I would just.
Oh gosh.
I would write Luigi on a Starbucks cup and just hope I did my best.
How do you spell it, sir?
It's the Mama Luigi.
Yeah, I don't have any patience for that guy. If I know if you're walking in and you're like, I'm trying to wear a freaking fake vest, I'm like, dude, leave me
Yeah.
alone.
But he's doing like opposite method acting because like De Niro and like what's that other actor's name? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Uh-huh.
They would like just go somewhere and hide out and like be by themselves and indulge in
Yeah.
that character.
Yeah.
He's actually involving everyone into his method acting.
Like stop.
Yeah, I don't like Jared Leto.
He killed 3 girls just to feel like the Joker.
He killed
He killed him in real life.
real life girls?
Yeah.
What do you
Know,
mean?
know what it feels like to kill. So he can
Oh, it's the
emulate
method.
it.
It's the method to the madness, right?
Well, actually, he had he paid a hooker and he paid an EMS worker he choked her out until she stopped breathing. The EMS worker brought her back.
And he did it again.
Oh,
That's how he knew. Like, I've technically killed you.
Did that really happen?
Nah,
Are you?
no.
what?
Because I'm like, I could see someone actually doing that. It's why I asked, like,
That could be a good spoof thing, like a parody movie, like a mockumentary about a method actor.
Yeah.
He's
ah,
like,
there you go.
There we go. We just created a
It's like
solid idea.
Your character is a murderer, and it's like, all
he's like, all right, you got to hire a hooker. You choke her out, and EMS shocks her back alive.
right. But you keep doing it.
It's like, I just wasn't quite right. And you got
It's
some
like-
guy filming you, just get your reaction, try to make sure your facial expressions are right.
He's like, I wasn't feeling it that time. I need to do it again.
That's what they should have done with Dexter.
And it becomes a
It should
serial
have been the
killer.
whole thing. And did and then,
Did you see the season finale?
Nope.
Have you been watching it?
I'm up to a little over halfway.
All right.
I'm at the part where
I don't want to ruin anything.
I'm at the part where I'm wondering if there's going to be a school shooter.
Oh, okay. That part's stupid. That's so unnecessary. That was the hidden agenda of the show. Shit like that. I hate when they put shit on the nose like that.
Well,
We
let's see
can
here.
call her a day.
Just like Bob Saget.
Yeah,
They called it a day.
he called it a day.
Called it a night.
Thanks for listening.
Well,
yeah, we just end. The whole thing was an intro.
This is the last episode. Later. No more.
Chris, how are you?
feel
Have
real
got
funny if you
anything
do
for
that.
everybody?
Feel real silly.
No, I guess, nothing really. Just live
Okay.
your life like it could be the last, like Bob Saget.
Yeah,
Bob Saget.
yeah. Be careful with those autoimmune disorders. Take them serious. Maybe
I
his
don't know
heart
if that's what he
exploded.
died from though.
Who knows?
I'd read somewhere it was cardiac arrest.
He had a heart
I'm sure
problem.
It was.
He died from the vaccine.
He did get boosted like 2 weeks ago. Just saying.
I can't believe he got it. He really did.
He had to for to be able to
He was
perform.
vaccinated.
There's a lot
People
of,
like that to travel and perform. They have to. Like Joe Rogan didn't.
Joe Rogan's not
He
vaccinated.
didn't, but he doesn't go places because he has the money. He doesn't have to. But then smaller comedians are vaccinating and stuff because they have to travel.
There's a lot of stuff that's going to come out soon about vaccines and
Oh, he did. He did shows with Chappelle, not vaccinated.
Yeah, it depends on where you go, right?
I guess.
Depends
Kinda
on what
Kyrie-
state you're in.
So like Kyrie Irving, he can't play in New York, but he's playing tonight in like Indiana.
Yeah, and if he played in Miami or something, it'd be fine too.
Yeah.
Chris, what vaccine did you get?
I ain't get no vaccine. I'm just messing. Moderna.
Okay, just don't get the J&J. They're recommending not to get it anymore.
Again?
And that, well, this like they came out and was like, there's a pretty big risk for blood clotting, so you probably shouldn't get that.
They said that when they started giving it to people, and that's when they paused it.
It's recommended not
And then
to
they
get
unpaused it.
It's
and
like
kept
on.
getting it.
Yeah, they unpaused it because it was like, dude, we got money riding on this thing.
I think the CDC took it off of the recommended list.
Oh, so that you can still get it.
Yeah, you can still get it, but it's
Okay.
not one that's pushed.
Okay. Just like AstraZeneca and stuff like that, it's not recommended.
Or
There's like 6 other vaccines that no one talks about.
or the alternative methods.
Just get it.
Just, herd
look
immunity.
Look at Alex. He's like, all right, look, boys, I'm going to Disney World. What do? I'm going to get the vaccine 2 weeks before. Not the vaccine, sorry, the virus 2 weeks before.
Yep.
Get it out of my way. I'm good.
Yeah, now we all just need a French kiss, Alex, and we're good.
Oh, no, he can't spread it. No.
What happened was he's good because I HEPA filtered the bad parts out with my lungs.
Oh,
He breathed the,
Oh, yeah, it went across the table perfectly to you, and then you breathed out.
and now you guys are vaccinated by default.
By proxy, yeah.
Yep.
You guys.
yeah.
You guys are safe.
Did you listen to that Joe Rogan podcast episode with the doctor like 3 or 4 episodes ago?
No.
Not yet. I keep
I've
hearing
only
something
listened
about-
to a Carrot Top episode.
I listened to that too.
I like that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I'm listening to the Adam Curry one right now.
Listen to the doctor one, the one that they just removed off of YouTube because it was controversial.
Okay.
And it's good. The guy invented the mRNA vaccine, but he's against it, actually, being like delivered the
So
way
mass-
they're doing it.
It's
Mass-
cool. It's like
Yeah.
inventing guns and then it'd be like, don't shoot.
Well, because mRNA is supposed to be for individual people, right? It's
Yeah.
based
Yeah.
on your actual.
Yeah, it's designed specifically.
It's not supposed to be for mass populations.
Yeah. And he's
That's
got a lot
probably
of.
why the virus is mutating.
Yeah,
so
that's what they're
much.
saying. Yeah.
Apparently, there's a country in India that's totally squashed it, not even having a problem with it at all. They gave out boxes door to door, these like care packages.
Nobody talks about it.
That we're not allowed to know what's in the care packages. Apparently, like one of our representatives went over there and met with a bunch of other representatives, and
You want to give this to all your citizens, great?
well, we
Tell
had
them-
people go over and found out what was in those packages, but then they didn't. They came back and chose to not disclose what was in the packages.
Because I get killed.
Well, apparently it's probably ivermectin, chloroquine.
Hydrochloroquine.
Apparently, famotidine works.
I haven't heard of that.
Famotidine is like a peptid.
I hadn't
I
heard
just
of
know
that.
that I seen New Zealand people have scheduled walk times, and that was
Yeah.
weird.
Well, the monoclonal antibodies work too.
Yeah, that's another one. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that is working. They're showing that it's working.
Yeah, because they're trying to push the COVID pill on you now because that's been released.
I don't know.
What's
Well,
happening in Australia and New Zealand is people should be worried about.
Scary.
It's weird
me-
though because the people there are just like, it's
Or
fine here.
Canada's like you can't buy weed or alcohol anymore if you're
Yeah.
unvaccinated.
What?
And the numbers went up.
The thing is, when you get people complacent,
Well, you've seen now that people what they're willing to give up.
yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of
And once everyone gives up all their shit, you're fucked.
we'll see what happens in America. If they're like you can continue owning guns if you get vaccinated.
Well, that's the thing. You got 50 different states that are going to be
I
like,
think that's the thing where you're like, well, we got civil war now.
like
That's all a lot of people are worried about.
America's going to be like New York and California will probably be
It's simple.
like Chicago and
Don't
stuff.
fucking touch people's rights.
Yeah. Like New York and California will be the first ones to do it, but like good
Yeah.
luck getting Florida or
Like-
somebody to do it.
So this country's been hauling ass. Like, everything's great for most part. And there's some injustices, but like,
Yeah.
the country's
Fine.
one of the best places to live in the whole world.
Yeah.
And people want to tear it down and like to nothing
Yeah.
and start over. And it's like, do you realize how good you have it, even with the injustices that you have, that we can fix?
You tear it down, you're gonna have
You-
like Venezuela or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, you
I
don't
mean-
understand what you're doing.
The civil rights was not that long ago, but look how much. Oh,
Not fast enough, Thomas.
I mean, things change fast. If
Yeah.
you think about the blink of an eye we've been here, like from the 50s to now, it's roughly 70, 80 years. That is
Yeah.
not a lot of time
No.
that's gone by compared to how long the world has been here. Like, it's a blink. I don't even know if you call it a blink.
What was the stat? Barack Obama was the only president that was born outside of segregation. He's the only president to not know what segregation is
That's crazy.
because he was born like 1 year after the Civil Rights Act.
Yeah.
But every other president
Or is old enough to remember.
is old enough
yeah.
to know what segregation is
Or
Yeah.
be a part of it.
or be a part of it, yes. Because they
Yeah.
always get old fuckers. I think they need an age cap on that shit. Like once you hit 70, it's like, nah, man.
We're good.
Yeah. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out about the vaccine. I do think that there's somewhat
Probably
of a
out there.
money trail. Like,
People need to.
No one made any
People
money
really
off
need to
this.
look into the Ukraine and Kazakhstan stuff that they're not reporting on.
Oh, like Russia trying to take it over and shit, and we're just sitting here like,
We totally dropped Ukraine for Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
There's some shady shit that we're doing and no one's talking about it. Mm-hmm. We're doing some backdoor politicking and it's pretty smart, but it's pretty
right,
dangerous.
no, Russia, don't do this, Russia, don't do it. And it's like, what are you going to do, stop us? And it's like, well,
Because you heard about what's in, like, how important Kazakhstan is.
Why?
Well, Kazakhstan's where I made a joke about the oil pipe. Russia's building an oil pipe to China. That way China connects to Europe.
Oh.
And China's building a railroad through Kazakhstan to go to Russia, also to get to Europe. And all that shit just came to a halt with the coup that's going on.
It's going to be like a... Okay.
In Kazakhstan?
yeah, I saw that they were having civil
coup in
unrest.
Kazakhstan.
So there's like a...
Yeah, because their government overthrew their...
So there's like... That's the real backdoor war.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we got out of Afghanistan,
And at the same time is we're trying to put a missile silo in Ukraine. And Russia is trying to stop Ukraine from allowing us doing it. Now Russia is focusing on Kazakhstan. And no one's talking about Ukraine right now.
Because Russia was trying to take another portion of Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had like 100,000 troops on the
Yeah, they were
border.
stopping because we couldn't advance in Ukraine and build our station we needed.
Yeah.
Now all those is in Kazakhstan
Yeah.
because Russia really wants that pipeline and railroad built.
Yeah, that's money. That's economy.
So there's a conspiracy obviously that we started the coup in Kazakhstan
Probably.
to distract China and Russia.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what I'm saying. But if they came out of the light and found out like for sure that we did do it, that's like grounds for ice.
Yeah.
That's like
That's like what started World War II or one? One.
one when another country, yeah,
Yeah,
World War One.
assassinated the... Yeah.
It's like World War One shit. Yeah.
Well, check out the episode about Joe Rogan and that guy, the doctor.
All right, our last 5 minutes just like blacklisted the whole episode.
Well, at least we put it at the end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they mute it,
So
it'll
it
be at
takes...
the
It's
end.
going to take the bot like an hour to get to the part.
I will
Yeah.
die of natural causes this week.
The
Yeah.
person
Found the bunker, and everyone died.
The stuff that guy said, the stuff that doctor says, it's like he probably be killed off, but he's already said it. It's already out there. And the weird thing is they took it off of YouTube.
Bad things are
well, YouTube's
currently-
pretty censored.
Bad things are currently being like downloaded on Thomas's computer when he pressed H.
Yeah, my keyboards. I heard it go boop, and now it's like
The censorship from private corporations is dangerous too.
So you'll learn how the people that fact check on Facebook are the people who own Pfizer. And then you got the Zuckerberg Foundation or whatever, who obviously own Facebook, and they've teamed up. So you got the fact checkers that actually own one of the big vaccines we
Trying to
take,
push one narrative.
trying to shut down all these other things.
well, that's why they said who fact checks the fact checkers.
It's the vaccine people.
There's like because who vets them to make sure that they're non-biased.
But what if it's all a conspiracy that the way the government can control media?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh well, someone did a thing
It's
about
like
the.
a deeper conspiracy.
You know how they do the media slideshows where it shows like all the different news stations, but they say the same thing.
Huh?
Where it's like they did one for
They're all covering the same thing. pretty
yeah,
much.
but they all say the same exact words when you overlay them together. It's all the same at the same. They did that for January 6th. A couple days ago, the news coverage for it, and like 50 different news stations had the same exact opening statement where it was like, it was 1 year ago today that January 6th, a group of pro-Trump supporters violently attacked our nation's capital. This was the most dangerous attack since the Civil War.
yeah, they're trying to say it's on the same level as Pearl Harbor 9/11.
Yeah.
That's so
And it's
stupid.
like it's not.
Nope.
It's like the same thing as the fucking when the National Guard shot those students in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's on that level.
Like, technically, yes, it is the worst thing that has happened since the Civil
Civil
War,
War?
but nothing else has happened
worst
since
thing
the
since
Civil
Civil-
War.
No.
What about the time our guys came home from Vietnam and they were camping out?
Oh yeah,
in
on
the
the
middle
steps.
of the-
They never went in it. Our democracy was hanging on by a thread.
Okay.
There was almost a dictatorship, Chris.
When?
Okay. How would there have been a dictatorship?
That's just what.
How would there have been a dictatorship?
That's not me saying it, man. I know that it's stupid.
Like,
I know that
coup
there.
of the government.
Like,
We control the building.
I
the
know
House
that there
wouldn't
was.
allow it. The House would not
We
allow
control
it.
the building. We control the government.
That's how it works, guy. Buffalo man, that's how it works. You got it.
I own the
Make room
podium.
for Trump. He's coming.
I have the podium where decisions are made. I am the decision maker.
I have the lectern.
This is Pelosi computer.
I'm sitting at her desk.
I am Pelosi
I'm
now.
a potato farmer from Iowa.
The best part is when it has that Buffalo guy walking in and it shows a dude who's shot laying against a desk. And everyone's like, yeah, he's like, I'm fine. He's like holding his stomach bleeding.
The best part is the guy trying to
I didn't see that.
trying to climb the walls and just falls. It's like, dude, just take the steps.
That other guy pop shot through the door.
Surprising enough, only one person died.
The dog head, the meme, the dog meme head coming through the door.
She got shot in the face.
Yeah, we'll just shoot this girl now.
Yeah, she got shot in the face. Well, she was looking in through that window.
Yeah, they're like, don't look in here.
That picture of that Secret Service agent looking out of the window, that's the after shot.
Yeah.
After she got shot in the fucking face.
Shoot that shit.
Rip Ashley Babbitt.
Anyway,
This whole episode just got scrubbed.
it's fine.
I don't think the person trying to vet this thing is going to get to the end anyway.
Probably not.
We're not popular enough.
If they are, then that's one of our 2 views for the week.
Well, if it gets taken out, then you know.
mean,
And
somebody
we could probably put a dick on here, and it probably wouldn't get taken
we
down for a
do
couple
have
weeks.
dicks every fucking episode.
Well, let's
we
put-
have tits.
dude.
That's
I mean,
Like, an
somebody
actual, just,
listened
like,
to us
close-up.
enough, though, to take our picture and be like, are these the guys that went to the
Well, that was
gym?
because it was on Twitter,
Still.
and it was on a hashtag.
Still.
True.
That's pretty weird.
That's close. Yeah, they were out for you. What'd you do?
I did nothing.
What'd you do to make this person mad, Chris? Who you owe money to? You got some sharks you
Fucking Clinton Foundation when they're trying to grow racketeers down there at Gitmo, fucking Cinder Block Hotel.
It doesn't have a name. I think it's someone private residence, and they just let people live there. Anyways,
I promised Gary's Barbecue a $100 donation, and I didn't.
Hey, the Porky's owner died.
what?
Man,
Mikey? Mickey?
No.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
All right, well, that was TACT Lab. Thanks for listening. If you want to see us, you can go to YouTube. We also have other content on TikTok, Instagram. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe, hit the notification button. You know, everything you do helps. Leave us a comment, rate us 5 stars. Tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. If you want to reach out personally, you can hit up our email. That's tactlabpod@gmail.com. That's TACTLABPOD@gmail.com. Thanks. Have a beautiful day.
Goodbye.